Today's math lesson is lesson 7.3, fact power. There are no new vocabulary words in this lesson, so just please go back and review the vocabulary words for lesson 7.1. Product, which is the answer to a multiplication problem. Factor, which is what you're multiplying by to get something else. In today's lesson, we're going to use multiplication facts to play multiplication bingo, and you can take a look at that in the home link session. We also want kids to know how to use multiplication facts to solve division facts. So kids are looking at fact triangles to help them understand this, the multiplication and division fact triangles. So up here, they might have the number like number 10. Okay, and this is the answer to the multiplication problem. And so this is the product and this is the fact. These are the factors. Okay, so with this fact triangle, they would see 2 times 5 equals 10. We want, and also 5 times 2 equals 10. We want kids to be able to take this product and make a division fact with it. So we want them to also be able to say, well, that means that 10 divided by 5 equals 2. And 10 divided by 2 equals 5. So we want them to be able to use the multiplication problems and turn it into a division problem. And one way we help kids to understand this is by looking at a facts triangle, putting the product up top and the factors down bottom. Kids have been exposed to fact triangles with addition and subtraction prior to this, and now they're starting to see multiplication and division fact triangles. So we want kids to get the basic idea of this. And then we also want them to be able to solve what's my rule problems. An example of what's my rule problem is if the rule is times 2. So, and they have a chart here. And it may be a chart like, let's see, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, and then maybe they get to choose their own number. And the rule is going to be times 2. So I'll have them write the rule up top or in between here a lot of times. Then they have to write the answer. So 3 times 2 is 6. 4 times 2 is 8. 5 times 2 is 10. 6 times 2 is 12. Okay, this is one example of a what's my rule chart that kids may be asked to solve. This will be labeled in and this will be labeled out. We call these in and out boxes a lot of times. So one number goes in, something happens to it with the rule here, and then another number comes out using that rule. So and then kids choose their own. Some kids like to choose like 100. So 100 times 2 would be 200. But it doesn't matter as long as they choose a number and are able to multiply it by the rule. Okay, and the rule could be times 4. It could be times 3. Okay, it could even be divided by 2. So as kids get the basic idea. It could be any of those types of rules that would help with this. Help their understanding of what's my rule. So how you can help with this at home, you can have them practicing their multiplication facts and tell them that the rule is times 2 or times 3, and then give them a list of numbers and see if they're able to generate the answers to that with that set of multiplication facts using the list of numbers that you give them. I'd suggest making the numbers not too tricky at first because we really just want the kids to be able to know how to do it. It doesn't need to be a huge undertaking, but just to be able to know how to do it. Also, as far as how you can help with kids being able to turn multiplication into division problems, just turn things around. So anything that you're talking about that you can see can be turned from a multiplication into a division problem. Ask kids about it. Have them show you how they would do it. You can even write out some problems like this to work with. Give them a facts triangle and have them fill some numbers in. Remember, the product goes up top and the factors go down bottom. So in the multiplication problem, this is the answer. In the division problem, it's the beginning. Okay, that's the key thing that we kind of need kids to pay attention to. As always, please keep practicing the multiplication facts and skills. There are some videos to help support that practice. So this is lesson 7.3, fact power. Kendra,